Great, and welcome back to Mission and Ministry Relay Sylvester. It's highly an honor to share with you my current location. I'm here right now at the gardens, and I hope that everything is well. Even if something is wrong, we got the right angel to deliver the right answers. Here, the Prince, the presence, His Majesty, the authority of the heavens and the authority of the gardens. Who is the King of the jungle? But who is the King, the Night King of the jungle? Do you have such people? Yes. Some people can reign or rule by day, but can't rule by night. But there's others who also do it both day and night. This is the doing of the Lord. When it happens like that, it is actually the Lord's doing. I came to one of the places in Ntomda just a few minutes ago, and immediately I left there, I dashed down here in the gardens because I made a wonderful roses. And as you can see around here, we have something here left behind and I need to pick it up. So as I met her on the way, immediately she reminded herself of having this car, this special food. I won't mention the name. Yeah, because we don't have to give the name to something that will not give me the healing that I need. So just as you know, it's on your screen on the short. So I'm here to pick it up and send home. But thank you, and it's always a warm welcome to the best gardens. I feel like if I have any royal situation, the color here is the royal indeed, and the great heavenly brightest greatest. Nobody can do this except the Lord build it, because it is the Lord. As the kingdom of heaven, it says that kingdom of heaven is as the king marrying for his son. It's as this. But who does the best to be free in that conversation? Unless you have done it. If you didn't do it, it can be written of you. Because as it is written, except you fulfill, you shall have nothing as it is written, as though written of you. Thank you. I know I have a lot of people who would like to listen. Look, all that I'm doing, I want to always hammer on one thing. I have lived over 35 years in this work, and it would not be someone's contract or someone contracting me to do this on their behalf because this is automatic that you wouldn't even know certain things. But as you are called or as you are led by the Spirit, you do all things perfectly. Someone may see you going wrong, but in the sight of the Lord, you are doing the right thing. Because they may be seeing physically, and you are seeing both physically and what? Supernaturally. And others will see even supernaturally, but not understand. And that's the most painful part of it. When you see and not understand, when you hear and not understand, or when you see and you not perceive well. Look at in the heavens, and what is in the heavens? The Lord who has always been faithful. I told you one thing, if the Lord will be with you always, He will make sure that you also watch His activities and make sure you fall not under the power of the wickedness, but in line with the love of God, that the Creator. So I call that name of God. I just say the spirit of the generation. Who could be doing this? If I was never someone who manage well, it cannot happen because it means that I already have the fire, the power of it. Yet I go nowhere for no man to protect me. How? Because who protects the Lord? It is the Lord who finds protection for people. But if you have any good protection, the Lord will require that. If you have anything good, why not give me the good? You know, the Lord will always require of this very understanding. Who understands? What kind of power do you possess? What is your possession in the Lord? All these things. So if I show you that these gardens has always been, yeah, it's in my greatness. As we went to Cape Coast and I show you what is there in Cape Coast. When I go to Accra, I will see what I do in Accra. Like just making sure wherever I locate myself, we have to find the things. Look, the development, I build it. You know, when just a few hours ago, I told you the Lord showed me vision. Like, not that somebody shows me a vision. I'll be right there in Ahonjo. I got a house over there. Yeah, because I told you, I got a house in Ahonjo. And it is just first thing to say that you find it, yes, as soon as you get to Ahonjo, there's a school that you just have by the roadside and a church. And right after that place, within that same area, I know it. because it's my place. And I know there's just one thing I won't mention it. I see this wonderful great man, and I see the communication of my host over there. Those times I would only probably once cross the rivers over there to the other end, only to wait. And I wouldn't like to wait because I have so many things doing. Anytime I find myself in a place, I would do what I'm supposed to do, not what man instructs me to do. Because what the Lord wants us to do is actually different from when man says. So, like, if you're under someone's authority or rulership, and then the Lord asks you to do, it will always be like you are rather disrespecting the authority of whom you are living with. But it's not like that. When you find out and look into things, it has always happened. When Joseph had to become one of the rulers in Pharaoh's homes and rule over the people as a minister. You know what I'm saying? And the same way, the other gentleman, yes, who had many things, had a Red Sea and other things split into two halves, he had the same thing. And the Christ himself, he was also, so they were all begotten of what? The heavenly calling, but where were they called out of? Egypt or Mizraim. And this same Mizraim, why the Nkoyans have had a connection to the Kenyans is because Kenya is as Kenya. Yes, the distance from Mizraim to Kenya is just in the same area, those places. And so Ikoya had their own names and the kind of, yes, originality, the way it is. Nkunya has no help from any tribe in Ghana. No. You can only name it as Guans, as you can have. US knows a place like that that is protect. You know what that name? It sounds as this. It sounds what as this. But I won't give the other name. You know it. Those who are from that side, you know it. Yes. Where US had to defend that land and all of that. So if it sounds like that, then it means that having this same kind of, or even synonym or like a name that sounds or nearest or just as that, then it means that automatically this place has become one of the places. So US calling for it, the Lord or God making their nation great again. It is perfect. You know that nobody can change it. I am. Nobody can change it. Why do we also think that someone should fall for another one to rise? Unless you left your own calling and then you are being manipulated by someone else, only promising you someone's possession or inheritance. And what is happening like that? It means that you have left your own estate and have taken the possession of someone. But then, if it is the Lord who says, let's go for this thing because we have overworked or have worked so much, then you know it's possible. That time, it will be the Lord commanded or instructing, or the angel of the Lord say, when we do this, it is wise. Let's do it. That is when you have nothing to worry about. But you cannot ask of, look, why should one become prince? And if it's not yet your turn, you call yourself a prince. We cannot have even a name. As there's no now to say a name of a person as prince. No, that is corruption. If it is not originally given, you dare not have anybody like it. And the people who originally are princes, they are not called prince when they go out. Because nobody even knows them to be prince. But when it becomes under authority, when it's a ruler of the whole area, this is it. You will now know. Or when you enter your own kingdom or estate, it's as you traveling outside somewhere and you left your name or inheritance home somewhere so that you are not called a prince. But you know you are a prince because once you are a kingdom, once you are in the kingdom, you know who should be called a prince. When you are born of a princess, you are the prince. When you are born of a prince, you are what? You are the prince. And these are the original people. That's why if you find out who a prince is, you have to find out the background information about certain people. Oh, are they from the kingdom? Or are they kings and queens? That is what makes their connection. So you must first meet with people who have this calling. Because the Sundays are already what? The first people. And the Sunday is the first number also. Not as they read, but first is this. And if even my works should tell, not degree telling, we got what we say is different. This is of sound mind and healing of the spirit. That's why I'm flowing it like just like this. Because if I need to change something else to something, I came to entomb that with this. On my way coming, I took it out of where there's water, spring of waters. Because it's a long time that place had ever spilled waters like a stream. But my abundance of flow of water made it open again. That is why it's now stream. Yeah, so streaming smoothly That's why it's streaming too. I pray over there. That's why I came and I met your absence because I didn't want to come around. Yeah, the angel of the Lord will only do this. So as I had been behind, all that was happening had led me to come over there. That's why I moved over there. So you can be in a place or you can be on that errand and the Lord will know what is happening to you over there. Why? Because it's directly in this. The Lord who carried your belly on his shoulder know what happens. So if anything happens and he does not know, it means that that thing you could have handled it. But certain days, you don't have to go that way. If it is deep, the Lord himself will come over there. That's why I left my place here. I left my kingdom again, and I came to that place. And the west had rise up when I came up, because the wise on the left side had shown their glory, deep, deep glory is the highest. So for me to rise, it means the highest authority. Thank you so much. And we would love to do this as it is a great bridging. Like he says, bridging the gap. So I need to mention someone who said, I have it all. Right after this, I'll repost it again. Bridging the gap, you have to work on it. And my coming to US, you must make sure this is not a surprise. Why? Because my kingdom I built already. Yes, we built it. And that's why I built it all. I don't promise and fail. Never. If I'm a virgin, I am. If I'm love, greatest. Nobody has ever seen such a love before, except I show you by distance. People are trying to corrupt this, and I say it's impossible. I am the one with the healing. I carry the presence. I am the presence myself. I make it rain so much that there should be water overflow. Thank you. I'll be right back. I love this broadcast right now because it's doing well. But food also is calling. We are in the same place of line of the great gardens. Great gardens. So if I say let's farm, I don't think I'm a farmer, but I'm a creator. So why not love my works? You are also what? That same person, a ruler. Why not? We are the kingdoms. So we build what is of what? Of our Lord Almighty. The Almighty Father's greatest choice is that he will see his son only to do well and not fail. So that if he does fail, it will affect his kingdom and his kingdom will forever end. But if he's such a person that build a kingdom, his father will not also what hesitate in giving out what is that. Yes. I would wish that it happens. Of course, the heavens, the kingdom of heaven is actually a kingdom. He came, the Christ actually enlighten you on things that you should know, things above and things on earth. That a kingdom is on earth, but a kingdom that is of heaven, which is up like somewhere. A kingdom that is not maybe in this place where you can trust that if you call the Britain, the kingdom over there, and you see that this is working. In this country, you only find it if you are a winner that it will work. But if you did not win and you're under the control of somebody else, it will become what? Political manipulation. And that shouldn't work. Because if you are a kingdom of heaven, you do things to make sure that which is not established will be established. And no man in this country can rule, even if the man in the whole world, you are told is a king. And the great God who makes the thing, you are told is a king. What makes it impossible? It is already that answer. The answer is this thing we cannot throw away. Thank you. I'll be right back. Thank you so much. Enjoy this broadcast and I'll come your way another time because we have a lot sharing. Thank you.